ของพี่ยืนมาประคองยืนปลอบใจน้องเห็นน้ำตาคลอเบาช่วยเช็ดน้ำตายามเศร้ากอดน้องเบาๆแนบไว้ในอกลงเถิดน้องลงมันที่ตกเขาที่จะช่วยกัน
Oh, hey. I was just getting into that, all the, Thai style dancing there.
I really like that intro. It's kind of haunting because you've got the beach sound in the background, the palm tree waving, and it's, gets you in the spirit.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah.
Okay, we are live. And,
hi, everybody. Hello, Wednesday.
20 in already. That's a good start, 23. Do you want to do the hellos or shall I?
Yeah, I'll say a quick hello to the people who we already had in. So we had who we got at the moment. We got Marky Mark, Shinrana. Hi, Shin. Said she's just been watching, him or she, just been watching a video of Sukhumvit, 6:30 p.m. Extra Dead. So yeah. Anders Bergman, perfect for my holidays in Sweden. Adrian Bates, good afternoon. Hi. Thai Boxer, no name. Hi, guys. Damon. Hi, Damon. So welcome everybody. I am Tilt. Hi, David Quaife, Simon Boyle, Jam Jar Johnny, David Gray. Hi everybody. Jam Jar Johnny, yeah. If Peter can let Peter, so David Quaife. Well, David, what's his last name?
There's another one there, David Gray.
Yeah. What's the other one, David? You always like to pronounce his
Quaife.
Quaife. Hey.
You had a haircut?
Yeah, look, do you like my haircut? I had my haircut. No. And my hair's growing back slightly now.
Side one. I've got none here. Look.
After my son shaved it all off, it's slowly growing back. But yeah, so he's getting there now. And how about you? Didn't you wear that top on your last stream? I'm sure that was the same.
Well spotted. It's been in the washing machine since then. But what it is, because it's 30 degrees here, this is literally the thinnest shirt that I own. It's like really thin. So I got it washed, hung it out. It dried in about 30 minutes, and I got it on for today's stream. But well spotted.
Hey, okay. That's it. Yeah, hi, Moist Crack McGee. Sorry, I saw you in earlier. JJ, Perry, Super Spurs, afternoon. Bowman, Sydney, from Sydney. So cool, blimey. David's already sent a super chat. Hey, thanks, David.
Thanks, David. Let me just answer this question, Neil. There isn't really much to say on that. It's they have a lot of the bar girls. They have a butterfly tattoo, and you wouldn't normally find that on a regular Thai girl. That's it. There isn't anything else to explain on that really, unless you want to say anything.
Is there a hidden meaning?
Well, yeah, they work in a bar. It's not hidden, is it?
What, just because they got a butterfly tattoo on them?
Well, most of them have, yeah.
All right, okay.
I had a couple of guys have a go at me on the comments this week because when I talk on the live streams, a lot of the talk is about the bars, bar girls, go dance, that sort of thing. And some guy, I had a guy come on the live chat, and his name was, I think it was Ting Tong, and he says, "Oh, it's really disgusting how you talk about Thai women, Peter." And somebody else had a go at me. And you can't explain anything with these guys because when I make videos, I always make a big point. I say I'm not talking about regular Thai girls. I'm talking about bar girls. Even they're great fun, but they do what they have to do, and you can't explain. They just come back with some more crap. So I just block them. Have you ever had anything like that? I've never asked you.
Not really, no, because I'm only on streaming when I'm with you, so it's like
Yeah, true.
I only see the same thing, but yeah, got a few more now. Look, David Gray, where's my Nat? Nat will be joining again in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, why don't you bring her next week? Is she about or?
Yeah, I don't know if you saw it last time, David, when we had Nat here with us. We're going to try that again because that was a bit of fun. So we'll try to get her to join us in the cartoon version. Or maybe the real version, but if she's ready to reveal herself.
A lot of people keep saying, "Oh, why don't you let us see who the Nat character is? Bring her in." But I don't think you should right now because it will take away the.
She's like the Scarlet Pimpernel,
mystique,
the Mystique, the Scarlet Pimpernel.
Yeah, I know who she is.
Yeah, Mr. Mitch, hi everybody. Paul Hoskin is so hot. I've got a moist crack, McGee. Tiger's Den. Private Dancer was a good book. Thanks for the recommendation, Peter. All the best from Ireland, you thought. Wandering Soul. So yeah, where are you guys? I mean, give us a shout out where you are. Where are you? Are you in Australia, the US, UK? What's the temperature there? Because obviously us Brits, we always like to talk about the weather. So what is the weather like in England now? You're having a heat wave, aren't you?
It's hot. Yeah, it's about 32 degrees.
Wow, it's the same like Thailand.
They're washing out, and by the time you get to the last item, you start taking it off again because it's dry.
Yeah. Well, it's like here now. It's what 6:05 in the evening. It's now 31 degrees outside at the moment. So yeah, it's like you're almost in Thailand. You can feel like you're here now. Right.
As much as I love talking about the weather, I'm going to change the subject.
Hang on, we're just finding out where people are. Like London, Matt's in Bangkok. Hi, Matt. Toronto,
Dublin.
Oh yeah, Dublin. 18 degrees. Wandering Soul. What is that then? 29 in Dublin.
Well, it's a bit cooler over there. Yeah. I've worked out why we get a few Australians because I don't get as many Australians in my stream on a Saturday, but we get quite a few in on this stream. It's because of the time. It's evening in Australia now. It's not about 9 p.m. in some areas. All
right. Okay. New York City, that 90 degrees. David, he's in Australia. Is it cold there now? Is it? I thought it was quite hot in Australia now. It's July, you know. Aren't you in summer? I don't know. Church, Gressley, 25 degrees. Denmark, Warwickshire. So California. Okay, so good. Nice. Marky Mark was asking if we got a worldwide audience on Wednesday. So yeah, I mean, there's our answer. And it's winter in Australia, 6 degrees, blimey. So yeah. Anyway, what's happening then, Mr. Peter?
Well, I don't normally talk about this, but I can put it on screen. Then YouTube's bots don't pick it up. So that's the latest. Which, while you're reading that, I'll just tell you, I've uncrossed my fingers and toes now for my Christmas trip. I don't think it's going to happen, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's not doing well at the moment. It's another, like your the thing says there, another over 11,000 new cases, and it's going up and up every day. And yeah, it's not good at the minute. We're at the moment we're in or not full lockdown, but we're now in a lockdown. So 9 p.m. you're not allowed out. And actually, one of my staff yesterday, they left a little bit late. They left, I think, about 8:30, and they were driving home, and it was just after 9, and they were still on the road. Pulled over, the roadblock. Police fined a 3,000 baht, for being out after 9 p.m. And as she was saying, there's police driving around and checking. So yeah, they are taking it seriously, and I think, some of the people like maybe who are in central Bangkok, come 6, 7 o'clock, that's it. They're all leaving because they got to be home by 9. Otherwise you're starting to get fined, So
yeah, so I honestly, probably about 6 weeks ago, I was coming on the channel on the stream and saying, yeah, I really think it's going to happen for Christmas. I think I'm going to be there, but now I've put it out of my mind. Now I just don't think it's going to be. I mean, you can go, can't you? Like you said last week, but I don't want to go while it's, all the stuff that's going on. I mean, I go to have a good time, not to put myself through the hoops. So I just don't think it's going to happen this Christmas.
But I think they think it's going to get worse, So I mean, they're saying, it's going to carry on getting worse and worse if they can't control it. And now they're threatening a full lockdown, and because people are just ignoring it. So yeah, I mean, let's see. I think, like you say, Christmas is going to be a push.
Yes, Ken. The answer is yes. Not only Hua Hin, everywhere. Okay, a few more bits and pieces going on in Thailand. Let's have a look. We know about that, don't we?
What's that? Oh yeah. Extended for a state of emergency. Extended for another 2 months. So yeah, that gives them
the
power.
all out of the way now.
That's it. It gives them the state of emergency gives them all these rules that they can stop public gatherings and all. And I mean, I don't know if you saw the news on Sunday. There was, they're starting up all these big political gatherings again, and the army was firing water cannons at everybody, and there must have been, I don't know, 5,000-10,000 people all congregating, demonstrating this weekend.
Well, not yeah. Did you read that one about Food Panda?
Oh yeah, well that was it. Yeah, that was the thing. I mean, one of the guys was seen on the TV from Food Panda, and they vowed to sack him, and then they retracted it. They put a big apology out there saying, "Oh, we didn't mean it." Basically, they said, because everyone started complaining, saying, you can't sack him. It's his right to freedom of speech and all that. And so yeah, they put a big apology.
They have the freedom to turn to if they don't like what he said, they've got the freedom to what do you call it? Boycott, haven't they?
Yeah, no, yeah. I think So yeah, there's that, and then So I think just as David Quaife was just saying there, everybody needs to get the max, and then that'll stop it. And I think that's what everyone's waiting for. But it seems a very slow rollout here at the moment. But a lot of embassies are sending, doses for their friends, for their overseas nationals. But still waiting for the UK to do that. French has done it. Canadians, quite a few others now.
So this on the screen now, where it says total lockdown, what are they on about? 24 hours a day or something? Or
well, I mean, yeah. At the moment, what they've said is that there's a curfew from 9 p.m. until 5 a.m. or 6 a.m., whatever it is, 4 a.m. And they're saying during the day, don't go out unless you have to, but that's voluntary. So they're still allowing you, and the roads are busy. When I go out during the day, the roads are still, people going everywhere. But what they're saying is if they can't control what's happening, they are going to put a full lockdown and basically say you're not allowed out during the day as well, unless you've got a letter or a real reason. So they're seeing how it goes this week. And then I'm sure next week, there'll be a decision and they're considering it. But obviously people are against it, but who knows?
One of the sort of concerns I was reading earlier today that people are getting tested before they get on the aircraft to go to Phuket for this sandbox. But what they're finding is sometimes they test them again and half of the people are infected. That's quite worrying.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is it. I mean, and this is, what's happening because, at the moment they've got Phuket is open, Samui, Koh Phangan, Koh Tao are all open. But, there's who's going? You got expats who live in Thailand, they're going. Some of those are obviously got to travel to Phuket and some of those places, and they are checking at the borders, at the provinces to say, have you got all your paperwork? And then now what they've done as well, a lot of the domestic airlines have cancelled all their flights. So Vietjet and a few others have cancelled all domestic flights. So it's like, how do you get there? And also, as you said, some people are arriving and they had their max before they came. They were negative, but now they're here, they're positive, and now they've got to move to quarantine. So it's like, it's a big hoo-ha, and I don't know. Who knows the answer? It's a shame, but none of us know the answer. We're all in the same boat. It's just, I don't know, frustrating.
Jonathan in the Philippines says he got his first yesterday. Don't want to say the word, but he got one yesterday. So hopefully within 12 weeks, you'll have your second one, David, or Jonathan, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, most of my family, like my eldest son, he's had his. My wife and my wife's just had hers. My other son, he's waiting still. I'm waiting. So yeah, I mean, they are slowly rolling it out, but it's very slow. I mean, they're getting very, very slow. They're announced, I think, this week for the expats. If you are over 75, you can do a walk-in because they're now doing sort of walk-in in certain places. They'll announce it sort of the day before and say, right, if you come to this place tomorrow between 6 p.m. and 9, or between 4 and 6 or whatever, you can get it. But you have to be of a certain age, and so yeah, some of those places are packed as well.
Yeah. So, are we having a quiz today?
Yes. Yep, we've got a quiz ready. So for all of you who are, got your thinking caps on and enjoyed last week's, we've got another quiz for you to try to test your knowledge. So hopefully,
I did one. I did one on
you're ready.
Say again?
Yeah, know what? I just said.
I did one on Saturday, totally screwed it up because I got, obviously I haven't been there for 2 years. I don't know what bars are open now. A lot of bars in Phuket, in Pattaya, well, everywhere really. A lot of these bars have probably closed down, gone out of business, but I did the quiz based on pre-COVID, you know, so most people have not been back for a year or two now. And I took all these pictures of all these different bars, and I don't know the addresses of them, but I know the bars. Some are easy, some are a little bit more difficult. And I just got the addresses from Google, but some of them are wrong, and people say, no, you're definitely wrong on that one. So I don't think I'll be trying that one again. It didn't go down that well. Texas Dave, you're a star. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for that, Texas Dave. And
another shot. Oh.
Don't forget what we said. I mean, you know, all of you guys who do send us super chats, you know, you're very generous, and we do make sure we put you in the cartoon. So I mean, I think hopefully you saw yourself last week, David. There was a mention to you, Damon. He was actually the detective in the last one, and then so yeah, go on in.
I can run it again if you want.
Go on in. Go on in.
So what? Yeah, what? It's the mention you're on about. So it goes like this.
Hi, Marky, you look so handsome. Oh, hi, Tom. Nice to see you here. Oh, Funko. Hi. Hi, David. Wow, look good. Wow, hi, Peter.
I managed to cop a feel there. Did you notice?
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, but yeah, thank you guys. You know, we do try to include you in the cartoons, and we'll give everyone a mention. Those that super chat, we'll put you in the cartoon, and thanks, we do appreciate it.
Yeah, there's one for you there, Simon. Do you know the answer to that? That's from Takatan, is it?
I don't know offhand. I mean, they do post it daily of what the you know, the doses that they're doing, and I think it's averaging, I can't remember now, 100, 200,000 per day. So I'll have to check for you, but yeah, I don't know offhand. But
just on that one there, Johnny Reddy says, by the time we all get back to the bar could be north of 50 again. I don't know. It was steadily increasing, and when I put the exchange rates out, I look them up just before I come on the stream. And the baht's gone up slightly again. All the currencies have gone down against the baht. It's just a few satang, but it's not. It was kind of going like this, and now it's kind of gone back down one. So, not sure. If it went to 50, that'd be great. I don't know though.
So yeah, just to Moist Crack McGee. I mean, at the moment here, if you're over 55, they are opening for registration, although it closes really quick. If you're an expat, this is. This weekend they got a special walk-in. I think if you're over 75, so you can walk in as an expat. But if you're like, I don't know, if you're under 50, under 55 or 60, whatever it is, you know, you can register online, but you have to pay for it. So I mean, but the problem is all the hospitals, they release the registration, and within an hour, 2 hours, that's it. They close it again. So I mean, I managed to register myself, and I think it was 3,000 baht, and but I'm not going to be able to get it till October. So yeah, it's just you just have to keep watching Facebook and online to see when the registrations are open, and rush to do it. I mean, Richard Barrow, if you're here in Thailand, he's got a really popular tweet and Facebook. He normally gives the updates. Yeah, so I mean, yeah.
The Glutton says Cambodia 31%.
Wow, yeah. Texas Dave, yeah. All right, when I put you in the cartoon, Texas Dave, I'll make sure we get you with a Stetson hat on. So look out for that.
and Christopher Doyle.
Yeah.
One of our new members.
And the same, for Christopher and everything. I mean, normally I try to take your picture from your profile pic, but
you need a picture there, don't you?
Yeah, if you want to email us a picture. So, you know, when we do include you in the cartoon, if you email me a photo or a picture that you like, you know, of yourself, then we'll try to design the cartoon character to look like you. So, you know, if not, we'll just try to take it from your profile picture. Yeah.
You got quite a good likeness to me, but you're gonna have to, the old chubby fight, you're gonna have to take it off a couple of millimeters because I've lost 10 kilos now. This diet I'm on. My goal is 25 kilos, and I've now lost 10 kilos. I want to get down to 90 or slightly under. I was 115 with the lockdown. I'm down to 105 now, so it's pretty hard. But I'm hoping the cartoon will reduce with me.
Yeah. No, that's it. I'm just checking here. David said he emailed a picture. Did you get one from me, David?
Who?
David Quaife.
No, I didn't get. What email address did you send it to, David? Let me put Simon's up there and just send it to him again, and he'll get this one because he does a cartoon. So yeah, you can send it to that one.
Yeah, sorry about that, David. But yeah, if you email me, I'll make sure we update you for the next one.
Yeah.
So yeah, taxi to Loy, not in a rush. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey kid, it's Dad. Yeah. So who doesn't? Yeah. Well, I do them. So yeah, I do the animations.
Yeah. Taxi to Lao. Do we have a picture quiz? No, I might do another picture quiz on the next one, but today we've got the quiz that we did last Wednesday. I'm a bit kind of shy to do the picture quiz again because, like I said, I didn't know the addresses of those bars, and I just took them from Google, and apparently 2 of them were completely wrong. Which is a bit of egg in my face, so I don't really want to. I'll have to. It's not that I didn't do the job properly and check them. I just took it from Google. I mean, you'd think Google would know, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
but obviously not. Yeah, I just want to ask you something, Simon. Let me just find this one. How many questions have we got this week?
Well, there's 30.
We'll do 15 and then have a gap and then 15 again.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just.
I was just saying. Sorry, just on Moist Crack McGee. Just to answer that one while we're there. Yeah, but my son has it, but that's because he's Thai, and he's studying at Mahidol University, so they have a program there, so he managed to get his, and then my other son, he's obviously Thai as well, so they've registered. So if you're a Thai citizen, you can register and you can get them. It's only if you're an expat, it's a bit difficult.
A bit more difficult, yeah. I just want to put this up. Paul Pat here, he says, I lost 18 kg in 13 weeks, 90.2 kg to 72. Wow, that's hardcore, Paul. Something good came out of lockdown. It was the other way around with me because I don't really put a lot of weight on. I've been sort of around 100 kilos, which is about 10 kilos more than I should be. But I always sort of level out at about 100. But that first lockdown, not this one, I was just there. I mean, I was eating like there was no tomorrow. And then it's hard to stop, isn't it? And, 6 weeks ago, I just said enough is enough now. And it's really weird because, it's really weird. You think, first couple of weeks, you think, I wish I could eat, and you're starving and all that. And I eat on a Sunday what I want. That's how I managed to be successful on my diet. So if I want a bit of pizza, I think, okay, this Sunday I'll have it. Or if I want fish and chips or whatever I want, because what happens is people think, I'm really dying for a slice of pizza. They have the pizza and think, that's it, my diet's out the window now. So I do it on a Sunday. But I'm finding more and more, I'm not satisfied with what I'm having, so I'm disappointed. So I'm thinking, I really want to have a chicken and mushroom pie with some mash and peas and gravy, because that used to be my favorite. And I made it 2 weeks ago, and I thought, it wasn't as good as I remember.
You're trying to make me hungry now.
Yeah, what did I have last Sunday? 10 fish fingers, 10, but no chips or nothing.
I haven't had fish fingers for years and years and years, and I just bought some this weekend because after we spoke last time and you were telling me about the pies and all of this, I actually bought a load of pies, and while I was buying them,
I didn't know fish had fingers, did you?
Huh? You what?
I didn't know fish had fingers, did you?
Yeah.
Bum.
But yeah. So I bought all the pies, and then I was checking out, what else they were selling, and they got the traditional pork pies. So I got a few of them, and then they had fish fingers on there. So I bought a nice big pack of fish fingers. So I plan to try them this weekend. So
how you doing?
I can't lose weight here. There's too much nice food. That's the problem.
I talked to Simon before I started the diet. I used to, every time I made a sort of typical English meal, I'd take a picture of it, and he'd have to go and order it online or go shopping or something. It'd be like I'd send him, bangers and mash or a chicken and mushroom pie with the little peas and the gravy all over it. And he used to, he used to wind him up, didn't it?
Well, that's it. It makes me miss the food, so I have to go make it.
Yeah, taxi to Lao. I got a friend like you. Let me just show that. Where's that gone? I'm almost 50 and used to be able to eat and drink anything I wanted, but now the case, I have to limit it. A bit of weight goes on. Yeah, I think I mentioned that in my last stream. I know a guy like that. He just has to eat because his metabolism is so fast.
I think once you hit 50, or that's definitely obviously your metabolism changes now.
I might add,
you have to watch it.
I am exercising as well. I did try to run, but I've always had bad knees. I used to go to the gym, and this was in Thailand. It happened. I wasn't supervised, and I come down hard on the running machine. I damaged my knees, and normally there's no pain. But there's an app that you can get. It's called Sofa to 5 miles, and what it does, you do it in stages, and you go up levels. My friend did it, and he ended up running 5 miles. He said, "Yeah, I can do it. It's easy."
Yeah, wow.
And I got to stage 2, but both my knees went. And I couldn't go out for a week. Luckily, the pain went. But what I do now is I walk 2 miles in the morning about 9 o'clock, and then normally around 7:30 I walk another 2 miles. So it's half an hour in the morning, half an hour in the evening. I do that religiously, so that works out about it's 4 miles a day times 30 days. So and I walk quite briskly. I have the headset in and I listen to YouTube videos, stuff like that. So yeah, it's a combination of exercise and weight actually.
Yes, yeah. That's one. Seems your wife's Korean. You have to get the kimchi.
Oh, do you know what? I shouldn't say this really. She started her new job today. She got a new job, and the biggest arguments we have is about her food. I can smell it when I'm coming down the street. I'm not joking. I come back with a dog, and I don't know if you've ever eaten Korean food. I mean, some of it's nice, but it's so pungent. And unfortunately, I don't like the smell of garlic. It makes me want to vomit. I can put up with it if there's a little bit in, like you have an Indian curry. It's got garlic in it, or you can have it if it's not overpowering. But when you have a dish, and that's the only thing you can eat. And the worst of the worst is gimchi. If you don't know what gimchi is, it's pickled cabbage, right? Pickled cabbage with loads of garlic in it. And the smell is so bad for me anyway. And that's what we have most of the argument. She's reduced it down to 50% now, the garlic. And it's still, she has to put it in a plastic tub, put it in a plastic bag, seal the plastic bag, and still the smell comes out. So, yeah. Hi, Damon. So you haven't got any customers at the moment. Right, you're just in time because I think it might be. Should we do half the quiz now? What do you reckon, guys?
Yeah, that's it. So,
how you doing? Lifting a Cronenberg doesn't count as exercise. Yeah, I've got 2 though on the go.
Yeah,
that's the other thing as well. If you drink and you want to lose weight, you're going on a diet. Everybody will say, "Oh, lay off the beers; it'll fall off you." It's really hard to go on a diet and give up drinking if you're a regular drinker like I am. I like a couple of beers in the evening. I don't stop the beers. The only thing, I'm losing about 1 kilo a week. I'm not starving myself, but I'm losing about 1 kilo a week. I suppose if I didn't touch the beer, it'd be 2 kilos a week. But I don't want to, I don't want to be a priest at the end of the day, do I? Mr. Superstar, hi. Let me just say hi to a few people who's just joined us recently, and then we can get the quiz going, the first half of it anyway. Hi, Mr. Superstar. Adriano, hi. I think you actually said hi to most. There's no one new at the moment.
Simon in Siam, no name. Yeah.
All right, hang on. I've just got to get my clipboard.
Hey, there's a challenge. There's a challenge there as well for you from Peter. From David. Peter,
if you show us your weight now and drop to 5 kg. I can't do a 5 kg in a week. You'll make yourself ill, really. The NHS say you should lose between between half a kilo and a kilo a week. That's healthy. I've gone on real stringent starvation diets where I've lost a couple of kilos, 2-3 kilos, but 5 kilos, you'd have to not eat. I mean, you can do it the first week because when you first start a diet, I'm holding this mic now because I'm after my clipboard. You can do it the first week because when you lose the first week, you lose about 3 kilos in water. So the first week, I think I lost like 4 kilos. That's another reason why people fail on their diets because they go hardcore. They lose 4 kilos the first week. The second week, they've lost a half a kilo and they think, waste of time.
I think that's why I always find it hard to do diets because I'll start a diet. Like you say, when you first start it, you give up alcohol or you cut down, and in that first week,
who started a diet last week.
Yeah, you lose loads in the first week, or and you weigh yourself and you think great, and then you just plateau out, and then to try to lose, half a kilo or a kilo from then on, it's just so difficult. And I mean, I've tried that many diets. The only one that I find, or the only thing I find works, no matter if you change your diet, your food, you got to exercise. If you don't do any exercise, then I don't know, really, really difficult. Or I find it anyway. What are you doing, exercising or what?
Oh, hang on.
You forgot your clipboard, like he went off. He's getting old. His dementia's coming.
No, I got up to get my clipboard, and I thought, well, I might as well go for a Jimmy Riddle while I'm up.
Jeez.
And,
where's your toilet?
What happened to your diet? You told me last week I'm going on a diet, and every other day you're sending me like roast beef, roast potatoes, chips. Oh, look what we made. What happened to your diet?
Yeah.
Stuttering like a good.
I started. The problem is because I cook like on a Sunday. We cook roast dinner, so it's like Sunday I had that, and then on a Saturday we've started this thing where everybody has to take it in turns on Saturday to cook. So like my sons cook, and then my missus, and then me, and then during the week you keep sending me pictures of pies and everything else, and it's like, so then I have to go make a pie or fish and chips, you know.
Right, I'm going to interrupt you now because we've got a new gold member. He's been in the chat lots of times, but London Chinese Cabbie. Haven't seen you for a couple of weeks actually.
Wow,
you're now a gold member, so welcome to you.
Well, that means, don't forget, as a member, we'll give you an appearance in the cartoons as well. So a London Chinese Cabbie, look out for that. We'll make you a character, and you'll have an appearance in the cartoon.
Yeah, and thanks to David as well for adding to the Cronenberg fun there. There was one I wanted to, before you start the quiz. Yeah, that's the one I was looking for. So joking aside, have you been to in Thailand? If so, when I went? I should be ashamed of myself. The only one I've been to is in the Pink Panther bar in Pat Pong. You know where they change it. Now I've seen some of the ones in Pattaya are okay. I haven't been to, because I'm not a sport. You might realize by now I'm not a sports guy. I'm not into football and rugby and all the rest of it. I don't know why. I've just never liked it. And it's a sport, isn't it? And it's just something. I know you can go to a real fight, not a bar, obviously, but it's just something that doesn't really interest me. And people find that strange, but I can't help it. I mean, I'm just not interested. You've been. I'm
not a huge sport fan in terms of like football and all the rest, but I do like Muay Thai and UFC. So I mean, I've been to a few, to watch a few of the fights, and it's good. I mean, I do enjoy going, and the only problem is they charge so much money. It's like crazy pricing. But I mean, I think if you go to Muay Thai, if you're Thai, it's 50 baht or something like that to go in. If you're a foreigner, it's like 1,200 baht, and it's like Jesus, it's just taking the mick, So now, but I do, there was a few places you could go and watch it for reasonable price, and I've been to a few of them. So yeah.
Sorry, how much did you say? Because I actually was reading Mr. Mitch's comment. I'm going to talk about it in a second. How much did you say it was for the foreigners to watch it?
Well, last time I went, it was like something like 1,200 baht for an expat, for a foreigner to go in. And
yeah, but you say that
Thai goes in, it's 50 baht and 100 baht.
Oh, blimey, that's a big difference. But you say that, but if you went to a boxing match in the UK, what's 1,200 baht? That's it's about 30 quid, isn't it? You wouldn't get to watch a boxing match for £30 in the UK, but it's that discrepancy, isn't it? The two-tier system. It's not like they're getting charged 100 baht and you're getting charged 150. I mean, it's such a big. I wouldn't do it out of principle. I'm not going to get into this because you know what I'm like. Right, Mr. Mitch says, if you're talking about the diet, Mr. Mitch, this isn't the diet channel. If you've just joined us, we'll do this and we'll have a bit of the quiz. So you said slow and steady, steady and slow. This is the best way to go. Absolutely. I've done it myself. I've made mistakes. I've gone on a crash diet and lost 5 kilos. Put it on within a week, 2 weeks, because it doesn't work. You've got to eat sensibly, cut out your carbohydrates.
And diet. I think not diet, exercise.
Yeah, but you don't have to go mad on the exercise. I mean,
I tell you, I was just saying, I mean, like you say, not to go on about diets, but I remember I tried all these diets. I tried the Atkins diet. I tried all of these different ones. And like we said, you lose it for them first few days. But then I went to Phuket, and I worked in Phuket for a while, and every day I had to walk up and down the mountain. And the first few times I was absolutely knackered. But then I started tired, and then I got used to it, and I'd be doing it 4 or 5 times a day. And I tell you what, I went from 100 and I think then I was 106 kilos. I went down to 96 kilos. And I actually ate more. I was having like a breakfast, in the hotel, and then I was having a lunch and a dinner, which I never usually have. Normally I'll skip breakfast and lunch and have dinner. But it just went to show that, no matter all these diets I tried, that just the fact that I was exercising up and down the mountain really helped. So I think that's, you got to do some, even if it's just a little bit of jogging or something at the end of the day, I think.
Yeah. So, Robert, let me just address what Robert says there. I actually really, really agree with what you're saying there. We're talking about the two-tier system. But what happened when I said it on my stream months ago, I had all these people come back at me and say, no, it's not. We do it in America in this place. If you go to a theme park and you come from out of town, you have to pay more than locals. And I had all these people jump on me. But it's in the UK, we never have two-tier system. You just wouldn't have it. It would be seen as racism or what have you put, discrimination. And absolutely, I agree. I mean, it's not about the money, is it? It is discrimination. If you're saying, right, your Thai it's 100 baht, you're a foreigner, it's 200 baht. You're saying the only reason you're paying 200 baht as opposed to him paying 100 is because you're not Thai. You're a foreigner. And it's exactly the same as if a Thai person and me went to a football match, for instance. I paid a tenner and they charged him 20 quid. It'd be on CNN, wouldn't it? So yeah, I agree with you, Robert. I'm getting my blood's boiling now. Right, let's get into this quiz. Let's do something.
Yeah. So let's just, for those of you that didn't see it last week or whatever, then we are now doing obviously the quiz, and so we've got it all ready for you. So it's we haven't got teams or anything as yet. In the future, we may work out a way for you to join in teams, but the whole point is we'll put the questions up, four answers for you to have a look at, and then just post your answers, and we'll see how you get on.
Can I just say one thing before you start? Because you are going to start now. Like I said last week, look, Google will give you all the answers, right? The whole point of the quiz is for fun. So you can go straight onto Google and you can get the answer and put it in, but it's not about that. And like Simon says, there's no prizes. Try and work it out for yourself. If you have to guess. But it's more fun than if you get the right answer, isn't it? Rather than look it up on Google. Because if it was £100 cash prize, then yeah, everybody would be doing it. But there's no point.
Yeah.
You just spoil the fun for yourself. So, Maestro, are you ready?
Okie dokie, right. So you're going to do the first. You're going to do the first question, yeah?
Yeah, get the bloody thing up. Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah. Right. As of 2020, what is the approximate population of Bangkok? And the choices of answer are 8.5 million, 10.5 million, 7.5 million, 9.5 million. I'm a bit stumped by this now because I think I know what it is, but it's not the answer I was thinking of. Right, let's.
Yeah.
Okay. London cabin, no, way out there. Joe Blow, way out. Not 64 million. Okay, I think one person's got it.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. Yeah, a few people have got it.
Yeah, they were quick. They were quick on Google.
Yeah. No, it's not, Liam. It's not 6. That's a bit way out. It's 10.5. I thought it was 10. If there wasn't a choice and you asked me, I would have said 10. Because I know the population of Thailand's about 80 million, isn't it? Is that right?
I can't remember offhand, but yeah. I mean, this is apparently what it is as of 2020. So yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Next question. So before everything that went on now, what was the approximately how many people visited Thailand in 2019? What was the average millions of people that visited Thailand? You got 10 million, 20 million, 30 million, 40 million. So before the current situation, how many people visited Thailand? So let's have a look. We've got a few. Oh yeah, quite a few people getting it right. We got A.
Oh, sorry about that.
D. So yeah, quite a few people getting it right there. So the correct answer is D, 40 million. So
yeah, a lot of people got that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Off for you.
Okay. Right. I know this one. Right. How many districts does Bangkok have?
So what we got? A, 2, B, 50, C, 77, or D, 10?
Surprised quite a few people getting this, unless it's a lucky guess.
That's it. The power of Google. Don't cheat.
Yeah. London Chinese cabbie, I think you've got to get a book on Thailand. Read up, mate, because you're way out again on that one.
Yeah, a few people, quite a few people getting.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
All right. So the answer is 50. So Bangkok's got 50.
I thought it was 77.
That's provinces, 50 districts.
Oh, yeah, because then you get to add on all the that's it. 50 districts with 35 of them located on the East Bank. That's where I got the number. Yeah, and only 15 on the Western Bank. Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah. So there we go. Right, next question. All right, now this is So where is the highest sky bar located in Bangkok? So the current highest sky bar in Bangkok, is it A, the Bayok Tower, B, Labua State Tower, C, Centara Grand, or D, Mahanakhon Building? So it's the highest sky bar. Do you know this one?
I do, but only because I came up with the question.
But actually, your one was wrong.
Pardon?
Your one was wrong.
Which one?
Your answer.
I haven't given an answer.
No, the one you had in your spreadsheet.
Oh, well, I got that from, where did I get that from? Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, it was up
What
until
number is this?
2019.
Yeah, okay, so things are slightly changing, aren't they? What did I put there?
So the highest sky bar located in Bangkok, for those of you, we got A, D, so quite a few. So originally it was Bayok Tower, originally.
Is that what I put?
Yeah, but now it's actually the Mahanakhon Building. So there's they've got a sky bar, and although it is it's located on the 77th floor, but it's still higher than the Bayok Tower's 83rd floor bar. So in
you
terms
didn't change it on the questions.
I didn't know.
No.
Oh, so that's that one. So well done to those who got that.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Or yours? Right. And we're talking about just Bangkok, yeah? So approximately how many temples are located in Bangkok? Okay, I need to get this one.
So what's the choices? 20, 100, 250, or 400? Just in Bangkok alone.
Yeah, I mean, Bangkok's a big city, isn't it?
Wayne, he's right. Lots. Too many.
A couple of people got it. Yeah. I don't know if they're lucky guesses, but there's quite a few people getting this now.
Yeah. So
I was surprised at this. I was surprised at the answer, actually. 400.
Yeah, wow, that's a lot. But yeah, definitely so many in Bangkok.
Yeah.
Okay, next. Okay. What is the name of the biggest outdoor market in Bangkok? So what's the name of the biggest outdoor market in Bangkok? Jakujak Market, Sanam Luang, the Train Market, or the Bangkok Flower Market? I'm sure loads of people will love this.
We should have done that as a separate question about how many stalls are there. I mean, that's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll tell them after the answer. Right. What is the answer? Oh, yeah.
I think a few people got it wrong, but yeah, lots of people getting it right. And if you ever come to Thailand, it's definitely worth a visit because it's really, get everything there pretty much. So correct answer is Jakujak Market.
They say it's got something like 8,000 stalls, traders.
Yeah.
So that's a lot. 8,000.
Yeah, I mean, it used to only open on the weekend, but now there's quite a few parts of it. Well, not now, but I mean, normally there's quite a few parts of it that opens all the week, and they got all the zones. They got the animal zone, the plant zone, gadgets, everything. Yeah.
I still like Mabu Kong because it's air conditioned.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Okay,
I went to, my wife used to like Jakujak Market, but I felt like I couldn't breathe when I'm walking in between all them tents, stalls.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
So next one, approximately how long did His Majesty the King Ramadan IX reign Thailand? So he was obviously one of the longest reigning monarchs in the world. Was it 50, 60, 70, or 80 years? So this was the previous King Ramadan 9.
Yeah, the last king, not the present one.
Yeah. And he, I think it was in the world record. He was the longest reigning, and then
No,
it was Queen
no,
Elizabeth, wasn't it?
No, Queen Elizabeth is the longest reigning. This king is the second longest. I can't remember how long Queen Elizabeth reigned for, but it's she's been around a long time.
Oh, she's still there. She ain't gone yet.
Yeah, but even before this king passed away, she was still.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so the correct answer was 70 years. So it was actually 70 years and 126 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just laughing because I was going to say that as well, about the 126 days. Right. Right. How many seasons does Thailand officially have? Officially?
So is it one season, summer? 2 seasons, summer
quite
and
easy
winter.
to guess, won't it?
3, summer, rainy, or winter, and D, summer, rainy, autumn, and winter. Yeah, I mean, anyone who's been obviously...
Yeah, near enough everyone's getting this now. Well, not everybody.
Yeah, one, hot, and hot.
Yeah. Yeah, just most people can guess that one, I think. It's number 3. Summer, the only season they don't have is the autumn, isn't it?
Yeah. So, yeah, 3, wet, cool, or hot. Every year there are 6 months of rain, followed by 3 months of cool and 3 months of heat. Okay, next question. The largest golden Buddha in the world is in Thailand. Where is it located? So is it Wat Dhammakaya, Wat Tramit, Wat Gao, or Wat Arun? It's huge, isn't it? I don't know. Have you ever been there? Have you been to see this?
Yeah, that's the one that lays on its side, isn't it? It's like in a pose like that, isn't it? Is that the one?
Could be. I can't remember.
It's laying sideways like that. I think it's that one. Yeah, that's the one I went to. Well, went to many, but that was one of them. Okay, let's see if how many are getting this one. I think people are guessing on this one because we don't have a lot of right answers.
Moist Crack McGee's got it. A few others. Mick, Chai, Marky Mark.
Adriano, that's that. Yeah, reclining Buddha. That's what I meant to say. Okay.
What from it? So it's the 5.5 tons of gold. Jesus.
Yeah, that's a lot of gold, isn't it?
That is.
Okay.
Okay. So next, how did the name Tuk-Tuk come to be?
I can't wait till you read this answer. Where did the name
Tuk-Tuk come to be? Was it A, the shape it looks like, 2, the sound of the engine, 3, the original colors, or 4, the manufacturer's name? A, B, C, or D, rather.
Can't wait till you read the answer on this one. The word with the O on front of it.
So how did the name Tuk-Tuk come to be? Yeah, few people got it. A lot of people getting it wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, there were a lot of people getting it wrong, so I'm getting it right now.
Yeah.
Can you, what I've written there, are you able to pronounce that? Because I can't. On the answer.
I can't see what you've written.
Well, you got the questions as well, haven't you?
No. So the correct answer is Tuk-Tuk.
Yeah, it says something like the name is an, I won't be able to pronounce this. It says the name is an on or mat or poi. I don't know what it means. It means because of the sound of the engine. Yeah. That mimics the sound made by their 2-cycle engines.
Yeah. So in English, maybe called the putt-putt. Okay. Right. Moving on. Next question.
5 more before we break. Right. In 2019, approximately how many tourists visited Bangkok? Okay, let's see. So obviously this was pre what's happening at the moment. 2019. How many visitors? That's a lot, isn't it, really?
40 million, well, 1 million, 12 million, 40 million, 23 million. And this is Bangkok, don't forget, not Thailand, Bangkok. Okay. Ready?
Yeah, that's a lot of people, isn't it?
Yeah, 23 million. Jeez.
Yeah. I think we have got a question later about how many visited Thailand somewhere, if I remember rightly.
That was it's passed already. That we done that earlier.
Do we? Blimey,
Yeah.
the old dementia setting in.
40 million in Thailand, I think it was.
Okay.
So staying with the tourist attractions, the Grand Palace is one of Thailand's most visited attractions. Approximately how many visitors per year out of those 23 million who come to Bangkok? How many visit the Grand Palace? Is it 8?
I don't want to be Mr.
1 or 8. Yeah, what?
I don't want to be Mr. Stickler, but it's actually the most visited tourist site in the world. It has more visitors than the Colosseum in Rome, the Eiffel Tower in Paris. It's actually the most visited tourist attraction in the world.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's the thing. Thailand, obviously, tourism is the huge draw to Thailand. I mean, it's one of the main economies here. So yeah,
used to be.
Oh yeah, it will be again. It will be again.
I know. I'm only being cynical.
So there we go. Out of the 23 who come to Bangkok, 8 million visitors go to Bangkok, the Grand Palace every year, more than the Eiffel Tower in Paris and the Colosseum in Rome.
Yeah, not too many people got that one. Okay.
Oh, I think everyone will get this. It's your question, I think, isn't it?
Is it? Yeah. Okay. One of Thailand's largest exports is rice. One of Thailand's largest exports is rice. What type of rice is Thailand most famous for? Yeah, I know the answer because I did the question.
Yeah. Basmati rice, jasmine rice, long grain rice, or Uncle Ben's rice.
Yeah. So is this question number, because you've taken one out, haven't you? So is this 13 now or 14?
Have a look on your clipboard. I ain't got anything.
Yeah, I've got 13 here, but I think you took it out. It was the one about CM Square.
I think that's no number on it anymore, though, right?
Yeah, no, I've got it. It's on here.
Anyway, so it's quite a few. Sticky rice, yeah, sticky rice. A, C, B, dead maggot rice, sticky rice, B or C. So yeah. So apparently, officially, so it reckons, but who knows?
Jasmine rice, yeah.
Jasmine rice, probably, and sticky rice.
Yeah. Do you know who their main country of export is? Just out of interest, where they send it?
No.
I don't either. I just wanted to know. Right. This is yours, isn't it? This is a really easy one.
Yeah, everyone will get it. Where is the Grace Hotel located? Is it Saturn Soi 6, Ceylon Soi 2, Sukhumvit Soi 3, or Peppery Soi 5?
No, I've got to watch your comments on this. I can't imagine if anybody's going to get this wrong.
The Grace Hotel.
Yeah, right. Where I just had a comment on Till. You're right. I mean, a lot of cereal is the rice is the base for the cereal, isn't it? Rice Krispies, cornflakes, that sort of thing. Right. Let's have a look. Okay, most people getting this one right now. Yeah, everyone's got this one.
Couple of wrong answers, but yeah, most people got it.
Near enough. Everyone's got it. It's the one of the oldest hotels. It's one of the oldest hotels on Soi 3 as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's that's opposite Nana, right? Soi 4, and then opposite is Soi 3, where it's around the Arab,
just before, left, isn't it?
Just before you get to the Arabic zone, isn't it? Where they usually have all the the kebab areas and the Arabic shops and all that, right?
Oh, was that the last one then for now, or because we done 14? It? No, okay. I don't know. We had another one. That's all right. We can leave it for now then.
Yeah. So yeah.
Right. Okay. So let me just.
So please enjoyed it.
You're the man in Thailand, so I'm looking up stuff for you to answer here. I've got a few bits. And I'm trying not to talk about the big C at the moment now. You heard anything about this?
What's that?
Motorbike taxis allegedly hiking up fares at Bangkok's Bang Sue station.
Oh no, I haven't heard about that. I haven't read that story.
No, apparently they are. I was on for a more in-depth conversation.
You could have prepared me then. I don't know. No, I haven't heard that.
They're there, aren't they? Those questions are there. We're going to have an online argument now. Right. All right, then what about this? Have you read about this? Oh, no, it's not that one. Sorry. This one. Soy Dog Foundation has transported almost 100 rescue dogs to the United States since this month ahead of recently announced import ban, which came into effect on July 14.
Oh, yeah. I did. I haven't, but yeah, I heard about. Okay. I heard about there was a bit as well. I read about, like you say, because lots of these flights are banned and stuff like that. There was an issue trying to get the dogs and pets transported. So, I mean, obviously, Soy Dog are sending dogs all over the place, but there was a couple of breeders as well that are having issues.
That's one thing that always used to make me sad in Thailand. I love dogs. I've always had dogs. I've got a dog right now, and you see the status of them dogs. And I know people chuck them a bit of food, and they hang about the 7-Elevens because they get a bit of the aircon out the door, and people will chuck them a few bits and pieces. But just the state of them, I mean, if they get diseases or you see them with nobody. Well, I suppose they'd have to pay for it. It's just a shame. Dogs are such a wonderful animal, and it's like.
Yeah. I think that's that's a big bone of contention in Thailand about dogs, because I mean, for me, I think to say, I mean, I like dogs, but the problem is there's so many ones just roaming around now, and also a lot of people are getting bigger and bigger dogs. It's becoming trendy to buy Rottweilers and Doberman Pinschers and Bulldogs, but the problem is a lot of people who get them just aren't skilled in looking after them, and they don't train them, and they're barking all the time. You get them that they aren't trained to how do you say not to attack people, and I mean I don't know how they're going to deal with it in the future, but it's definitely a problem here, I think.
So Sly Brethren, he says feeding stray dogs is not an act of kindness and only keeps the problem going. That's a double-sided coin, that is, because if nobody feeds them, they'll starve to death. And is that kinder? I don't know. I
think for me, I mean, my opinion is I think they need to do something about the dogs, because the problem is that, and this is what Soy Dog is according, to Mark, Soy Dog is Thailand's biggest,
charity
foundation that rescues all these soy dogs. And the biggest problem is that they breed all the time. They're not neutered, so you have like a small pack of dogs, and then they start mating, and then before you know it, you got more and more and more, and it's out of control. You go down some places, and like one of them just mentioned, who was that? Was that Moist Crack McGee? 15 dogs, around 7-Eleven, and it's the same. There's a soy near me, and you go down there at night, and there's a big pack of them, and you're walking down there, and they all start barking, and they all start getting brave, and start coming and nipping at your heels, and it's not going to be. It's going to be something goes wrong, and they're going to attack a child or something, and there's no owners. They're not cold. I think they definitely need to do I don't know, get rid of them. It's just not fair to the animals, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm going to just talk about what this comment on the screen, but just really quickly, I just want to come back to Sly there, his comment. He says, the most humane thing is to round them all up, end the suffering. Yeah, I agree with that. I do agree with you there. If some organization went out and rounded them all up and, rehomed them or whatever, but to just stop feeding them, then it's not a nice way to get rid of the dogs. It's starve them to death, but I'm sure you didn't really mean that. So that comment on screen, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but you said it's soy dogs, not soy.
Soy dogs.
Is it? Okay, the soy dogs are okay in the daytime, but they can get a little aggressive at night. Absolutely. I mean, I had 2 occasions where they went for me, and if I'd have stopped the bike or whatever, they'd have got me. One of them was years ago. I was actually took a motorbike. It was about 3 a.m. It must have been later, 4 or 5 in the morning, down Soy Cowboy, and there were a load of dogs. I went straight down Soy Cowboy, and they chased after me. But the one that didn't really frighten me. The one that sort of got the old heart racing a little bit. This was the last trip. I was in Hua Hin, and I had my wife with me, and she'd not been to Hua Hin before. So she was on the back of the bike. And I said, I'll show you around. We just got down there. And it was in the afternoon, this was actually. And I know the area around Soy 94, and I was showing her some of the condos, some of the houses, what you get for your money, because we were thinking, we might retire out there. And I just, what it's like. You just show people things. So I'm going down all these streets. And as I'm going down this one, it's a residential area I'm on, right? As I'm going down this residential area, I can see the end of the street, and I think it turns to the right. It does. There is a turn, but I didn't know at the time it was blocked off. There was nothing there. And as I was driving down there was a pack of dogs, and I thought, oh, blimey, well, I didn't really think too much, because I thought I'm going to go out the other end, and I just thought, I hope they don't run to the bike. So I went past them, and they just sat there. They didn't do anything. There was about 4 of them. I turned around, came back, and when I passed them that way, they ran at me. And I opened up the bike. I looked back, and they were running after the bike. And if I'd have stopped the bike and got off, for instance, what would they have done? Would they have attacked me, or
Yeah, I mean, that is a big problem. And like what was it, the glutton or the glutton's head? Three motorcycle accidents in one day caused by dogs. And yeah, I mean, you see them. They'll come out and they'll just wander in the road, and you got cars obviously going in the streets, and then you often get the motorbikes that come up on the inside of them, so they can't really see that far ahead. And suddenly there's a dog walking across. The car seen it slow down, but I've seen the guy just straight into the dogs. And I think like one of the other people said, the best thing that they need to really do is to start rounding them up and introduce some sort of policy, like in you have to own a dog, and it has to be collared, and the stray dogs get rounded up and taken away, and really publicize that, because otherwise I can't see any end of it. And Soy Dog, they're a charity at the end of the day, and they're spending so much time and so much money going out and neuting all these dogs. They're trying to, stop them breeding, but they just catch up, and then you get a few somewhere else, and it's just a never-ending problem, So yeah.
Didn't they have a problem with slightly different? But didn't they have when I was there? I'm sure they had a problem with people rounding up these dogs and sending them to Vietnam to be used as meat.
Well, yeah, because I mean, and there is a big sort of, and it's still happening. I mean, there's a big trade of dogs for dog meat going across the borders, and they raided a few farms not so long ago where they were keeping all these strays, and obviously they're getting harder to transport them. But the Soy Dog had quite a lot of celebrities that joined in a campaign to try to stop it. You had Ricky Gervais, you had what's one of the other quite a few of the English actors, one of the ladies, Dame, can't remember her name now, but they were all campaigning, saying, please help stop this trade in animals, because they don't look after them. And
Are they based in Pattaya?
Phuket. Soy Dog, their main one is in Phuket. And then they got a few others that they're now planning to open one in Bangkok, I think. But there's also a couple of other smaller charities that do it as well. But Soy Dog is the most famous, because the lady Jill started it, and her husband, I think John, and we've done some work for them, and they do a hell of a job, But yeah.
Okay, so that's the Soy Dogs today. What else is everyone saying?
Because in England, though, it's law, right? Do you have to have your dogs chipped or anything?
It's not the law. You don't have to have them chipped. Mine's chipped. Most people do now, because there's what's big in. I just want to say hello to a few people after this. But what's big now is people are stealing dogs, because they're very expensive pedigree dogs. What happens? They're really brazen about it. There's been stories in the papers where thugs have just walked up to a woman who's with her dog in a park and just picked the dog up and took the lead off and gone off, and it's she's screaming at them, but they're not bothered. Okay, so look, let me just say hi to a few people who might not have said hi to. Is that Sean K1M? Good morning, gentlemen. Sending love from Long Beach, California. Hi to you. Just seeing who else we haven't. Nadmai, I think the biggest problem of rats is in Thailand. Well, there was that story I put out on Saturday on my stream. You know, the pythons, you get these flipping, I don't know what size they are, meters and meters, maybe 6 meters long pythons with bodies like that. Well, they they eat a lot of the rats, and they've relocated something like 5,500 pythons and snakes out to the countryside to get them out of the city because they're dangerous, aren't they? Kid steps on them or something. And they say that they think now the rat population in Bangkok is over 1 million because they're saying there's 600,000. I don't know how they count these rats, go under count them all, but they said they approximate, is that the right word? They approximate that there's 600,000 more rats today than there was 2 years ago because they've removed all these snakes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then David Baker says, what about all the monkeys?
Yeah. Well,
they're attacking people, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, there's quite a few different areas, obviously, that are famous for the monkeys. You've got an area when you go to Pattaya. Nana-Plaza. When you go to Pattaya, there's a stretch of road, and it's all, hundreds of monkeys all there at the temple and all that. And then they start, raiding houses now and robbing places because obviously the tourists aren't feeding them as much as they used to.
On that subject, I read a really sad story the other day. It was there was an elephant farm. Well, there is an elephant farm somewhere, and the elephants, I think they've died or it's starvation because what was happening, they, the tourists pay for a lot of food for a lot of things like the elephants, crocodile farms, snake farms, anything that relies on tourism. Obviously, that's not there at the moment. And there was a story about an elephant park. I don't know where it was. But there's a guy who used to go in his pickup truck every day, go out to the fields, chop all this, whatever it is they eat, take it back, and that would be their food. But because they can't pay him now because there's no tourists, he's stopped going. And, you see these elephants laying down, starving to death. I mean, it's really sad what's happening, Yeah,
no, I bet. Cool, yeah. I mean, imagine the amount of food they must go through. I mean, like you say, you always used to see them when you go to the elephant parks and all that, and the trekking, they always got the sugar cane and the bananas and everything for them. But like you say, if there's no tourists, where do they get it all from?
Yeah, Takatane is. I mean, that's my pet hate in Thailand is the rats and the cockroaches. I was explaining. Somebody said to me on my stream last week. They said, "Oh, there is no flying cockroaches in Thailand." There is. I can guarantee it because I had one on my shoulder that I actually took to the air, and I'd never seen one fly before, but they're about the size of your thumb.
I know that's the thing. Ones, haven't you? Oh yeah, I mean they're that big. We get them in the house, no matter where you live. Yeah, I mean if you're in a condo, you probably don't get them half as much. But
no,
I mean we live in a gated community, obviously in a house, and the clongs and everything are around. And you do get them. I've got cats in the house. And you'll come down in the morning and there'll be a dead one in the middle of the floor. And I mean, you're talking a couple of inches, and the cats, they manage to catch them pretty well in the house. But they're horrible.
I had in the condos, I had high-rise condos in Bangkok. And one of them I lived in, the condos get comfy. Yeah, the condos in Bangkok, you have a chute for the rubbish. So you put it, it's closed. It's got a handle on it in the kitchen. You pull it, it opens up, and you put your rubbish. And many times I'd put something down there and just look, and the inside of it was covered in crawling cockroaches. Absolutely disgusting. You just shut it again quick. They couldn't get out because the metal front of it had a lip on it that kind of went over the plaster, so they'd never get out. It's only when you open them that you've seen them. But I remember one night I went into the kitchen for water. There when you live there, you're not drinking from bottles. You have those big water, I don't know, they're 3 gallons, 4 gallons, and they're on a machine that it cools it down, doesn't it? So I went in, it's got a tap on it and it's refrigerated, that's what I'm trying to say. And I went for a drink of water about 2 o'clock in the morning. I opened the kitchen door really quietly because a maid was asleep, and I was going in for water, I promise you. But I went in and there was a big cockroach on the top of the water cylinder with its things going like that, and you look at it, you couldn't get to, but you think, has it gone on the water? The knot where the water drips out, you think, has it been down there? having a drink. You know, it's got bloody things going on. Oh, horrible, horrible.
Yeah, that's
Right.
it. Just on David there, he said, "Had you seen the guy who plays the piano for elephants, Paul Barton?" So no,
He
I
plays
haven't
the piano.
seen.
What's that?
He said, "Have you
No.
seen the guy who plays the piano for elephants, Paul Barton?"
There's a
So
few
I'll have to-
videos.
have to look for that.
I haven't seen that, but there's a few videos on YouTube where people go into like, especially in England, like you'll get a violinist of somebody who plays a violin, and they go and play to the cows, or they'll take like an accordion, and they just stand on the edge of this field. There's all these cows, and they start playing the accordion, and of course these cows are thinking, "What the heck?" And they walk up, and they're actually, it's like a concert. Sometimes some of these videos on YouTube, you watch these animals, and they're all lined up, just like listening, you know, because I've never heard it before.
Please. But yeah, so I mean, I was just seeing as well. Who was it? Yeah, they're like moist crack. I don't have a cockroach problem in Thailand, but I did in Brisbane and Manila. But I mean, because do they have huge cockroaches in Australia and that? I don't know. England, you don't really have them, do you? They're tiny. Do you really get cockroaches?
I'll tell you where I used to see them in England years ago when I was really young. And I was working in some hotels in Bournemouth. It's when I first started. I was like carrying bags up to the rooms, porter, I think they call it. But sometimes I'd do like night portering, where you had to be there all night, nobody came. It was really quiet, but they had to have someone there in case somebody turned up. So I'd be mooching around the hotel, and you know, sometimes I'd just flick a light on in the banquet room, for instance, where they have the weddings, and you see them all scurrying off. And but they're only, like you said, they're only very, very small. They're not really they're tiny, but you know, any old building that has a lot of food lying around, then you get them in the UK as well. But a lot of stuff in the UK tends to die off in the winter if they're outside. Like you don't get hardly any insects in the winter in the UK, do you? Flies and wasps, they're all gone.
That was the biggest thing that amazed me when I first came to Thailand, was just the sheer size of them. You know, the biggest, the huge.
What's that wandering soul there? Have you heard about that?
No, but when I saw that, when I read the message, there's a cave in Thailand, I believe, it's filled with cockroaches. I just instantly had a vision of Indiana Jones when he was in the cave and he turns on his light and he looks at the floor and it's just covered in cockroaches and beetles and everything else. Yeah. I definitely won't be going to that cave for sure.
Marky Mark says he's seen elephants. All right. I've seen the elephants painting pictures to raise money for the zoo. No joke. Yeah.
They're quite famous, those ones. There's a place up in Chang-Mia, and the elephants paint pictures, and they actually, you know, they paint pictures of elephants and actual, not just splashes of paint everywhere. They actually paint shapes and stuff, and then they're selling them online. So yeah, that's quite interesting.
Mm-hmm. Right, are you ready for your part 2 of your
quiz? Yeah, well, everybody. I mean, are you ready for part 2? Did you enjoy part 1? Are you ready to
we're over an hour in the stream now.
Yeah, hour and a quarter. So
what's everyone saying? Let me just see if I can put some of these up again, because I did these right at the beginning of the screen.
What are you looking for?
No, I'm just looking for some of the banner news stories that I put up at the beginning for anybody who's coming late there. But it must be affecting you as well, because everything that's going on, you know, you can't just jump in your car and go where you want to now, can you? Has it affected you in any sort of way where... It hadn't.
Well, yes, it had affected us, and it was, you know, of course it affects everybody, but we were quite lucky up to a point that, you know, our business was still okay. We weren't like a restaurant that closed down or a hotel. But in the last month, it's totally changed now because of these restrictions and travel restrictions. Then now it is starting to affect a lot more. So a lot of our deliveries, we can't go across borders. I've got customers waiting for stuff and we can't deliver to them. And I've got suppliers wanting to send me stuff and they can't deliver. So, yeah, I mean, it is starting to, you know, affect more and more now. And if they do announce this major lockdown, which they're going to maybe think about next week, then they're going to close everywhere, including factories. So at the moment, factories you don't have to close, but they're talking about closing them as well. But yeah. But let's wait and see. You know, we're waiting.
I just can't imagine. You know what? I just can't imagine being in Bangkok and in my hotel room and not being able to just walk down Soi 4 and have a beer at Stumble and then jump in a taxi and go over to Cowboy and have a meal in a nice restaurant. I just couldn't imagine it. You know, I mean,
you don't realize. I tell you what, what I do notice now is exactly that. You don't realize how when it's there, you know, you do pop in, like you'll say, oh, we'll just nip in here for a beer, or oh, shall we meet up for a coffee, or you know, I'll meet you at Starbucks, or let's go and have a quick meal for lunch. You don't realize how often you do it, but now, like you say, you can't go anywhere. So the other day I was talking to a mate and it's like, oh, shall we meet? Oh no, we can't meet up. You know, there's nowhere you can go and sit and just have a quick cup of coffee together or a quick chat. So yeah, I mean, it's really makes you realize, you know, how convenient.
They must be desperate, because one of the stories I got coming out this Saturday, I've actually done 6 because there's 3 really short. But one of the stories is from a guy, he actually arrived in Bangkok when this was all happening. So he wasn't what's going on. So he actually arrived and he did manage to find 2 or 3 bars that were open, but it was just the way he did it. He found one in Ceylon, and what they did, he went into the bar and there was nothing. They had no bottles, no food. The cash register, whatever they used, was locked up. I mean, it was literally his description. It was just furniture, a pool table, and some bar girls. And what they were doing, everything was across the road. So they'd go and get the food, and if you want a drink, they'd do it in some special way. But you know, if somebody came to look in the bar, there was nothing there. And I just thought that was quite amazing. You know, that they're still as strict it is. Some people are still taking the risk and operating and doing it like that.
Well, I'll tell you one just on I agree on that comment there that I just put up about the limited testing, and just an interesting story. I mean, one of our factories, or one near us, you know, they found a case of the what do you call it?
Sorry, your thing's gone. Which one?
They tested positive, and when the rest of the staff, this employee was working with around 20 other people. So of course they tested one and he was positive. All the other 20 went to test. They wouldn't test them, and we've had the same problem. We sent all of our staff to be tested, and they turned them away and they said, no, we're not going to test you unless you've got symptoms. We're not testing you. So as you say, I think the figures are quite not there, because people are going for tests and they're getting turned away. I mean, now we've just managed to get the home test. So they've just started selling them in Thailand as of this week. So it's 390 baht, and you get a home test kit. And we've just tested everybody at our factory. And I mean, we tried to test them in hospitals and even pay for the test, and you just can't get tested. That's the big problem. But anyway,
do you understand that, Simon?
Over. Good night, David. Have a good one.
Yeah, do you understand that question on screen? Simon Lost in Street said, I liked your website.
I've lost you now. Peter, I can't hear you.
Well, I haven't done anything.
Can you hear me, or is that my end?
Yeah, I think it's your end
at the moment.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Not sure. Anyway, give us a shout if you can hear Peter. Let me know, or I can't hear anything at the moment.
I can hear you fine.
I think it's my sound card, hang on.
Yeah, go on. I'll have to. Yeah, Lost in Australia. You put, I liked your website. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. I liked your website. I've sent your link to a patio bar owner as he is short of room. I don't get that bit. What do you mean? You sent him that? Do you get that, Simon? Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Sorry, it was my sound card, I think.
I wonder why it did it halfway through stream. That's annoying, isn't it, for you?
It keeps happening now. Ever since Windows updated, I told you the other day, yeah.
I'm joking. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Yeah, just right. Come on, answer this question I'm asking. What does that mean on screen there? Look, I like your website. I've sent your link to patio bar owner as he is short of room. What does he mean by he is short of room?
No idea.
Hang on, I've got another one here from him. What does this say then? He has area at the back, but needs.
I think it's probably a couple of people having a chat between themselves.
Yeah, I don't really get that one, but okay,
Yeah,
David
thanks,
Baker,
David.
you're loud and
my
clear now.
yeah. My sound card had gone off for some. I don't. Ever since I updated the last Windows update last week, is made my sound cards go funny and everything. I never normally have a problem, but they just seem to switch over for some reason. But anyway,
Right, Ken, my answer is no, not ever. I will never try. I am adventurous, but bugs, no way. What about you, Mr. Fox?
oh yeah. I've eaten a few bugs. I don't mind the crickets, the little crickets. I don't mind them. One of my my nieces, she always eats them. She comes around with a big bag of them, and those ones are like crisps because they're so crispy.
Oh,
But I remember having
stop.
I remember having some of the big bugs that have got meat. The meat and yeah. I've tried them, but no, I don't. I don't fancy them.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to vomit in a minute. Now I've got to have a drink now. Look.
Yeah, that's
What
it.
about those? I watched a documentary on TV. Actually, I watched a really good documentary about these Thai girls going out to Belgium to find husbands. I'll try and find the name of it before the end. It's about an hour long, really good. I watched a documentary about these in the countryside, the rats, but they're huge. They're like they're about the size of small dogs, but they're rats. Like, or are they rats? Okay, I can't. I don't know what I'm talking about. Move on. Right.
But some of the other ones, ant eggs, David Baker. Yeah, I mean in Thailand, especially in the south, you get like like the ant eggs. You get the bees, bees and bees eggs or whatever they are, and larvae or whatever they're called. But yeah, I mean that's quite a popular dish, the ant egg dish. My niece, she eats all of that stuff. That's not too bad. I've tried the ant eggs.
I'll leave it all to you. Then you can tell me what it tastes like because I ain't going to taste them.
I don't mind some of them. Some of them all right. It's that I think half of it is that mental. If you look at it too much and think too much, then you won't. But if you just stick them in your mouth and you don't even know what they are, then they don't taste too bad.
Yeah. DVD 21. Your comment on screen there. I don't think so. No. I was going to buy a ticket for December. I was hoping to have Christmas in Thailand. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't want to be negative on the channel, but I've uncrossed my fingers, toes, and hung my spurs up, as they say. I just don't think it's going to happen. It can't. It's too bad at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
What do you think, Simon?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I think they might open it because what's happening is, despite what's going on, they're opening places like Phuket is open for the sandbox, Samui, Koh Phangan, Koh Tao is open, and they say they're going to roll it out to other provinces like Hua Hin and Pattaya, and I think they will roll it out to try to do it like the sandbox. It's just how will it continue to work, or will it bite them on the backside and more people get the cases again. I mean, I don't know. Like you say, it's just so unknown. They say this going to still open, and they did go ahead with Samui, so they say they're going to continue it. But are people actually going to come? And if they do come, is it going to get worse? And are they going to reverse that decision? Because if you do come, you can't travel anywhere, and if they go into full lockdown, then yeah, it's just it's the unknown. I really don't know.
Yeah, I agree with you up to a point, but the thing I was going to say to you was what you were just describing there. That was before they started the Phuket sandbox. But as that story said earlier, they're really concerned because all the people on several aircraft were clear. They got certificates. They were tested again before they got on the aircraft. There wasn't a case on the aircraft yet. When they got to Phuket, half of the aircraft were infected.
Yeah.
So I would have thought if I was a decision maker and I was planning to roll this all out, but now this has happened, I would think they put their thinking hats back on and they're going to have a rethink of it. That's what I would think.
Well, also the big thing is like, even if they did say they were gonna, I mean, like one of the Paul from Pattaya, Thai Airways cancelled all flights, and this is the thing, I think they said that the main airport is closed. Don Mueang is closed. ViaJet has cancelled all domestic flights. Bangkok, the other airline has cancelled all their domestic flights. So there's more and more airline. They're banning international airlines, some of them. So I mean, how can you open if you can't even get a flight? You know, this is
think about it logically, right? We're all sensible people, most of us anyway. What are we now? We're coming up to the end of July, aren't we? So that leaves August, September, October, November. Now, with the numbers that are out today, do you really think, honestly, in 4 months from now, it's going to be happy days, get off the plane and away we go? No, I just can't see it happening.
It's going to get a lot. It's going to get a lot worse. They can't control it. I mean, and like a lot of people saying, the numbers aren't real because they're not testing. I know plenty of people who have got turned away, and I know a few of them actually turned out to be positive. You know, they didn't have the symptoms. They weren't sweating, so they thought they were all right. But when they done their own test kit, that's it. They were positive, and it happened to one of my staff, and it happened to another guy I know. His factory, they had about 3 people, and so the numbers aren't real. You know, that's the problem. So yeah,
I'll tell you a funny story. You know the test kit that you used that you showed me yesterday. So if you haven't used a self-test kit, basically what they're about that size, and they have you get a little thing you poke up your nose and down your throat. And then you put that into a solution of liquid. You pour it into the end of this little thing, and then you wait. And what happens is, eventually, if you're negative, one white line will appear, and if it goes up to the second line, then you're positive. And I forgot somebody, a lady I work with, quite in a close environment. She was a bit concerned. You know, she gave me one of these test kits. And I'm just watching the post when he's ringing the bell. Sorry, Simon, you're going to have to take over for a minute.
All right, no worries. Yeah, okay, thank you for that, Adriano Ramos. But yeah, the Chinese vaccine doesn't work as well. Yeah, well, this is it. I mean, I don't know where you are, but I was just saying, in case you missed it, they're now selling the home test kits here. And as Peter was saying, we just tested all of ourselves a couple of days ago because we couldn't get tested at the hospital, but it's not a pleasant experience. You get the long plastic tube that you have to push right up into your nose, and then as you say, you put it in the solution and then put it in the little test, and if you're positive, obviously you get the positive bar come up, but it's not a pleasant experience.
No, and you do realize a lot of people are having lunch at the moment, but I will finish this story because it was quite humorous. So where were we? Yeah, so when you pour the solution in, it's got the base of it is kind of like foam or sponge, something like that. And the lady said to me, she said, well, when you're watching it, the level will come up, it turns pink, and it will go up to you get 1 line is negative and 2 lines is positive. And I forgot what she told me. You know, I come home, I thought I'll give this a go. Stuck the old thing up there. That was fun. And then down the back of the throat, you start reaching, don't you? So anyway, I did it properly. I sat there watching it, and the level started going up and up and up. It went past the first one, kept going all the way up to, my heart was racing, panicking, but it wasn't actually registering the lines. What it was doing, it was just soaking into the sponge.
Yeah, that's it.
Because it was going all the way up, I thought I had it. So I didn't have it, but that was it.
Yeah, that's it. But
okay, let's see what a few. Stuart, hi to you. I don't. Okay, you're talking to someone else. Philip Ford. None of the vaccines are a cure. UK has one of the highest vaccination rates, but also one of the. Yeah, but the thing is, what they're saying now is if you've had it already and you've had 2 vaccinations, you've got a lot of your body's quite strong against it now, and it's. I'm trying to say it without coming out with all the words, but it's I can't actually describe it without coming out with the words, so we'll move on.
Yeah. So are we doing part 2 of the quiz?
Yeah, let me just answer this one. So David Baker says, where do you live, Peter? I was actually born in London, but I live in Northamptonshire now. I'm not going to give my address out, my house number and street name right here, because might be 1 or 2 nutters hanging about. Okay, yeah, let's...
None of our viewers are nutters. What are you on about? They're all lovely people.
Well, yeah, okay, right. Okay, let's lighten it up a bit then. Let's have part 2 of the quiz, as it were, and I'll get the clipboard ready again. And
okay.
Yeah, I'm ready to go when you are.
There we go then. Get your brains ready. We enough of that negative talk and all the rest of it. We're going on to part 2 of the quiz.
Multiple answers, multiple choice.
So here we go. Right. Get your
Is it
brains
your
ready.
move?
Are you all ready? Which is Bangkok's largest park? So which is Bangkok's largest park? You have Rama 9 Park, Queen Sirigat Park, Jakujak Park, or Lumpini Park. And yeah, so if you know Bangkok well, you'll know most of these parks. Rama 9 Park has also got another name, which
You haven't put the answer down here on this clipboard.
haven't I?
No, don't matter.
So anyway, so Rama 9
I think
Park.
I know what it is.
What do you think?
Um,
I think a lot of people will get it wrong.
yeah, I would have said Lumpini.
Well,
That's
that's
wrong
it.
then, is it?
That's the most popular one. Yeah, that's what everybody or a lot of people know. Lumpini is probably the most famous because it's right
Well,
in
if
the
I had to
centre.
guess, then Jack's got the biggest market, so I'm going to say B then.
No, it's actually Rama 9 Park. So it's also
Where
known
is
as Sanam Luang.
Okay, so where is that?
It's located in Nong Bong Pravet district. So it's in Bangkok. It's about 15 kilometers from the main centre, but Sanam Luang Rama 9 Park is the largest park. There we go. Okay, next question.
Oh, you give me a nice, you give me a nice one to pronounce, haven't you? So, well, there it is on screen there. What year did the latest military coup? I'm not going to say that word. Take place in Thailand.
Yeah. So when did the latest military coup take place?
All right. Let's see if anybody gets this.
So is it A 2016, B 2014, C 2013, or D 2015? So that was obviously the last one when the current prime minister took over.
Yeah, I don't want to say, like, it's tempting to say, oh, nobody's got it right or everybody's got it right, because it gives it away then, doesn't it? So I'll just keep quiet, which is very difficult for me to do.
Not many people are getting it right yet. Oh, we've got one person.
Are you? Yeah.
Two.
Okay.
So yeah, Paul from Paul Patia, Ad Humphreys got it right. So the correct answer was B 2014. Jesus, 14. What's that? 15, 16,
7 years ago, wasn't it?
Jesus, that's gone quick, isn't it?
I think everybody will get this one.
Yeah, you want to read? What's the name of Thailand's smelliest fruit?
I was waiting for you to read it. Your turn.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, fine. Yeah. What is the name of Thailand's smelliest fruit? Is it A, jackfruit, B, dragon fruit, C, durian, or D, mangosteen? Yeah, I'm sure everyone will get this. Unless you've never been to Thailand.
Even if you've not been to Thailand, it's such a famous smelly fruit. I mean, it's famous for being. I think I read that it's the most pungent fruit on the planet.
Oh yeah, it's actually banned as well.
Yeah,
you'll see signs of it all around Thailand. You'll go to a hotel and there's a sign banning this fruit, which will put you out of your misery. I'm sure you all know it. Yeah. C, durian.
They sneak it in. I mean, Thais sneak it in. I've been in a budget hotel in Khon Kaen, and I could smell it in the corridors. You know, so they put it in a bag, don't they, and then eat it in the room.
I mean, it is a nightmare. I mean, a lot of the when I was saying in the hotels, a lot of people bring them in, and you to get rid of the smell. If someone's brought it into a room or they put it in a bin and left it in a room, is a nightmare. You know.
I'm just laughing at Stuart's comment there. We couldn't say that, but I wouldn't know myself. I would know. Simon might know. I don't know.
Well, I only know what you've told me.
Right. It's my turn now, is it? What date is the official Father's Day in Thailand?
So a bit of a typo on that.
I don't even know what it is in the UK. What date is it in the UK, Father's Day?
June the 20th, 3rd.
Yeah, when I was young, well, there was no Father's Day. You always had Mother's Day, but I think the retail industry introduced Father's Day. It's just a bit of a money making scheme, isn't it?
No, in England, they've always had it in. It's in it.
In
England, it's the third Sunday of June.
They haven't always had it. I'm 61 now. When I was sort of 14, 13, we never had any Father's Day.
Yeah, depends where you live, because I mean, like I say, I think England is June. America, I think, is June. I can't
Big
remember.
now.
Somewhere else, I can't remember. These are all actually, I think, Father's Days in a lot of places. March, I can't remember which country that is, but yeah.
Okay, so when is it then?
So the answer is December the 5th. So December the 5th is celebrated as Father's Day, as was the late King Ramadan IX's birthday.
Paul Pattier got it. Moist Crack McGee got it. The rest have gone up there. Yeah. Taxi to Lao, you got it.
Moist Crack, the 12th is August. You might be thinking of August. August the 12th is Mother's Day, because that's the Queen's birthday. But yeah.
You know the princess, I'll forget her name now. I don't know if she's okay. I was only going to say I was in a hotel in Konkan, and she actually came to visit this hotel, and I was standing from here to, like, probably honestly 1.5 meters away from her.
Yeah.
My claim to fame. Right. Is it yours or mine now?
Yeah, mine, I think. What is Bangkok's largest exhibition or conference centre called? Is it Bitech? Is it the Queen Surrogate Centre? Is it Emporium or Impact?
Quite a lot of these I don't know. I didn't know the park one, and I don't know this one.
Yeah, I mean, if you do come to Thailand for a conference, or I mean, all of these, apart from one, I mean, Bitech has all the exhibitions. Impact has all the exhibitions, and they all have some good shows, and they have the jewelry exhibition, furniture exhibitions, trade shows, so renewable energy. They have a lot of the big concerts there as well. So yeah, so what we got? B, D, B, B, C.
My conferences are held in the same location every time I go there. I've got 2 locations for my conferences. One is Nana-Plaza, and the other is Toy Cowboy.
One is the Stumble Inn, yeah. So yeah, a few of you got it right. Taxi to Loy got it right. Andy Stubbs got it right. Sid, CK, yeah. So the answer is Impact, also known as Mung Tong Thani Impact Exhibition Centre.
I think this next one's quite easy as well, but it's one of those. Maybe it is for some, right? What color license plates are on used new cars? They're supposed to only, I think it's a month they're supposed to leave them on for, then they have to change them. But a lot of the Thais, they leave them on there for up to a year and more, because it makes them look like they've got a new car. But what color is it? So you've got yellow, white, green, or red. Brand new car, just straight out the garage, new number plate.
Yeah. There's actually restrictions as well, because if you've got a brand new car, you're not allowed to use it in the evening. So that's why they got the red.
Why?
That's why they got the colour plates on.
What was that?
I think I gave the answer away there.
All right, we'll just skip this one then. Tell everyone what it is then. I thought you were having a flipping panic attack or something.
No, because I said that's why they got the red plates.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
But so,
well, I think I gave one away earlier, so like I say, it's just for fun. All right.
You're not meant to, if you've got a red license plate, you're not meant to drive after, I think it's 6 p.m. and you've got restrictions on where you can go. But no one follows it. But like you say, people keep them on just to let people know it's a brand new car.
Yeah, but they keep them on for ages, don't they? Up to a year, like I say.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. Okay, so next one. So where is the current king's private residence while staying in Bangkok? So while he is in Thailand, where is his
I do know this one.
Private residence? Is it Wat Gao, or the Grand Palace? Is it Sapatum Palace, Sukhothai Palace, or the Dusit Palace? Nadmay, Germany. Yeah. So when he's here,
if you're not joking, he's probably thinking of the new king, because he spends a lot of time in Germany, doesn't he?
Oh no, but I know it means the new king. Where is no matter which, the current king, Ramadan 10.
Yeah,
where's his official residence?
But he does spend quite a bit of time in. Is it Germany?
Yeah, Germany. I mean, I did read that when he's in isolation, he's a big resort there. But yeah, I mean, he spends a lot of time in Germany. But when he comes here, So
I remember being taking a taxi on the Klong on the canal, and then when the boat goes past the palace, they cut the engine right down, all of the boats, and go slowly so they don't disturb him with the noise of the engine.
Oh, that's it. So yeah. So okay. So the answer is it's not Wat Gao, the Grand Palace. The Grand Palace is where it's the official, or was the official residence, but it's actually the Dusit Palace. So he normally stays in the Amporn Satan Residence Hall or the Ambra Villa, situated inside Dusit Palace, apparently. So there you go. Now you know. And if you ever get a chance to go to them, because loads of people know about Wat Gao, the Grand Palace, but there's actually quite a few palaces in Bangkok, and the Dusit Palace grounds is huge. If you ever get a chance to go around that area.
Can I just tell everyone about another really interesting one? If you ever get down to Hua Hin, about halfway to Hua Hin and Chatham, there's a royal palace. It's all wood. It's very colonial looking, but I don't think they use it now. But it's a kind of museum, and they're bringing it back up to what it was. That's worth a visit because, like I say, it's all wood and it looks very colonial. And it was the royal palace, and I'm pretty sure they don't use it now, but it's been turned into a museum for visitors. So if you're ever in Chatham or Hua Hin, definitely make the effort and take a cab over there. It'll be a good day out.
Yeah, no, that's it. So okay,
right, my turn, isn't it? Right, yeah. What was or what is?
What was? It's closed,
okay.
Mate.
All right. What was the name of Bangkok's oldest zoo? Let's have a look. Right. Okay. So. So I did. Yeah. So it's the oldest zoo. Has it closed down now? Why is it? Is it because of what's going on?
No. I mean, it was the oldest running zoo, but they moved it. I think in 2018 they closed it down and relocated all the animals to Pratum Thani. But it was the oldest running zoo there, and all of these actually exist. Sampran Elephant Park, Koh Khao Open Zoo, Safari World. They're all great places to visit.
Just say a quick hi to Robert the Chosen One. He's just joined us, and no, it isn't Pat Pong Zoo.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's not that many getting it right. There's a few got it right. Andy Stubbs has got it right. Ty Box has got it right. Who else? Chris Morton, Dave Andrew, No Name, Paul Patia. Okay, I don't know if this is from the last questions now, but it is. Drum roll.
Yeah, it was up there. Yeah,
was the oldest. You left the year off again. Last week it was Bangkok. Now it's there. Old until closed in 2018 and relocated in the Pathum Thani district. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And that was the home. Actually, just on that, I mean, Koh Khao Open Zoo. That's on the way to Pattaya. If you ever get a chance to go there, it's really good. I mean, it's a great day out. I took the kids there, and I mean, you drive around this huge, mountainous area, and there's all the giraffes and rhinos and tigers and everything. So all of them are really good places to go. And the elephant park, that's quite good.
Okay, and the next one is.
So, okay, whose questions is this? As your one, isn't it? Oh, yeah.
No, I did the last one, didn't I?
All right, okay. Which Thailand temple is famous for resembling a giant disc-shaped UFO? So, which Thailand temple is famous for resembling a giant disc-shaped UFO? Is it Wat Arang, Wat Pra Dhammakaya, Wat Saket, or Wat Po? And if you've never been there, you definitely should go there. It's an amazing place, and it's a really interesting temple. So which Thailand temple is famous for resembling a giant disc-shaped UFO? Wat Arang, Wat Pradhammakaya, or Wat Pra Dhammakaya, Wat Saket, or Wat Po? So yeah, quite a few people getting it. Yeah. B. So yeah, quite a few of you have got it. So it's actually Wat Prat Dhammakaya. And if you've never if you've never seen it, just Google it later, and it's an amazing place.
It does look like a spaceship.
Dome. Yeah, and one of the guys who was said on there, Robin the Chosen One cult. Yeah, I mean it got quite a bit of flack because they said it was a bit like a cult place, but yeah, it's an amazing place.
I watch quite a lot of these documentaries on UFOs. Have we been visited before? And you know, they'll give you clues. If you look on old Egyptian buildings, there's men with space helmets and stuff like that. And this temple actually came up in one of those programs because they were sort of saying, you know, there's certain objects on Earth that are linked to space visitors thousands of years ago, and this actually came. I can't remember what they said, but it was on there anyway. Yeah,
no, it's definitely a very interesting place to go.
Mm-hmm. I should turn mine off. I was having a go at you earlier. Turn your phone off, and now mine's going. I'll turn it
your
down.
Question?
No, it isn't mine.
I just read that one. Anyway.
No, I was talking about the phone because a message came in. I thought it was mine. Right. What age can you legally drive a motorbike in Thailand? Is it 10, 18, 20, or 15? I think in thinking about this, most people will get this, surely.
Yeah. Legally, I mean, if you go into the provinces, you'll see small little kids like 6 or 7 whizzing around on motorbikes.
When I first got to Thailand, the one that kind of blew me away was when you see a whole family on a motorbike. So you'd have mum on the back, dad driving, the 2 kids in front of him. You know, 4 people, and none of them had helmets on, of course.
Oh, I'll tell you. Well, funny enough, today I was out when I went out this morning, driving down my soy, and exactly that. There was like 3 of them on a motorbike, and there was the woman holding a baby. You know, none of them helmets on, just riding along, holding the baby. You know, as they do.
Right, just about everybody's got this one.
Have they?
The answer is, yeah,
15.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I was looking at the wrong one. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah. So there you go. Okay. Next question. Where is the Emerald Buddha kept?
Tell you what, it's a good job there's not, and my life doesn't depend on this quiz knowing all the answers. Surprised today. A lot of these I don't know.
This is famous as well. Every year they do the big ceremony where the king comes and changes his robe.
We've got to do a manga quiz one week, just everything to do with the bars and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Where is the Emerald Buddha? Wat Po, Wat Arun, Temple of the Dawn, Wat Pragow, Grand Palace, or Bangkok Bank? And have you been to all these places? Wat Arun, that's that big temple on the river. Have you been there? No.
Do you know my problem is when I was in Thailand, a lot of the time I was going out partying. I was younger, wasn't I? And my wife, being Korean, she had a lot of Korean friends there. They used to go to Koreatown. I think it's Soy 11, and I'd be in Nana every night, or you know, a lot of the time I didn't wake up till lunchtime on the day off. But don't forget I worked as well. So
that's it.
Yeah, I've been to a lot of them, floating market and all the rest of it, but I'm not really a kind of touristy person.
Yeah. All right, so a lot of people getting it. Yeah. So yeah, it's in the Grand Palace, Wat Pragow, and like I said, they do the ceremony every year where the king comes in and they change the golden cloak on it.
Yeah. Now this next one I do know. What time is the Thai national anthem played every day? And just as a side note, there you go. So is it 8 and 6? No, 8 a.m. and 6 p.m., 6 a.m. and 6 p.m., 6 a.m. and 5 p.m., or 8 a.m. and 5 p.m.
That's it.
Let's see how many trip up on this one.
And I mean, if you've never been to Thailand, I mean, the national anthem is huge. You know, it's played every school in the morning, every cinema before the movies. And if you're out jogging in the parks, this will come on and literally you have to stop. I mean, not if you're driving a car, obviously, but if you're in the park or you're out in it and they play it, you have to stop because otherwise.
When you say you have to stop, I do anyway, just out of respect. I was coming out the tube station near yours the last time. I was halfway down the walkway and it came on and I just stopped because I would have been, even if I didn't want to, I would have been embarrassed to keep walking. But I do stop anyway. But when you say you've got to, is it like the law that you have to, or
no? Well, it's not the law. Well, actually, I don't know. I don't think it's the law. But yeah, I mean, it would be very disrespectful, and everyone around you would be looking at you saying, "Why aren't you stopping?" And probably someone would say, "Hey, stop!" I mean, this is in a park. If you're out in a shopping mall and all that, it doesn't apply. But definitely parks. Obviously, in the movie theater, you all have to stand up before the film.
That was going to be my next question. Do they still do that? Because I remember, I went to the movie. I went to watch a film in the cinema in. I keep forgetting the name of that shopping center on Soy 24, the Emporium. And it amazed me. We had to stand up, and we used to have that in the UK, didn't we? The national anthem come on, and everybody stood up in the cinema. But that was when I was like 10 years old, 11 years old, and it was just so amazing to see it in Thailand. It goes into all them squares that make up his face, didn't it?
And they still do it. So put everyone at the misery.
So
it is 8 a.m. and 6 p.m.
Got that right.
Yeah.
Rusty Grave says, I was in the Star of Light bar in that. Do you know that's one of my favorite bars? It is.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. What year did Thailand change its name from Siam to Thailand? What year did Thailand change its name from Siam to Thailand? And it's actually it's a really interesting story as well, if you don't know the story about it. But
I haven't got that on mine.
Yeah, should have. 1990, 1939, 1955, or 1920. See how many people will get this. What year did Thailand change its name from Siam to Thailand? What's people saying? C. Oh, one person's got it right so far. Oh, no, a few people now. That's it. So, if another whack question, whack 4. No, so the year that Thailand changed from Siam to Thailand was 1939. Yeah. And it was down to this Pai Bun. So he took over. They had a military coup against the king, and he set up a more Western style democracy. And then in 1938, he took over as a dictator and changed the name to Thailand in 1939. That'd make a really good movie, actually. I don't know why they haven't done a movie about that. That'd be really cool, wouldn't it? Probably wouldn't be allowed to.
Well, it's like the king. Well, I won't mention it, but the in Thailand, everything has a meaning, doesn't it? Even all the names have a meaning, and even something like Ceylon. You know the Ceylon area. That's I think it's 4 winds, isn't it? C as in Noon Song Sam C. So C is 4, and then Lom is wind, isn't it? 4 winds.
Oh, yeah. Wow. I'll tell you what is interesting as well is if you look at the Bangkok architecture, you'll see, like, if you're driving down over the bridge from Thonburi into Bangkok, you'll see all the buildings, and they've all got the corners cut out, and you'll see a huge skyscraper, and the whole top sort of quarter of it is missing as part of the design, and all of them in that area are all like that, and it's a lot of that is all actually down to the feng shui, and what is it, the wind or the dragons traveling through the city, so they have to have it in the design. I mean, that's quite interesting. But yeah,
who has a username? Toothless Tea, toothless. So
Toothless Tea.
Yeah, well
So this is your one.
Okay, I was just reading some of the message there. Where is the famous vegetarian festival held? This was the next one for me on the clipboard after the national anthem. Where is the famous vegetarian festival held? Chiang Mai, Bangkok, Samui, or Phuket? Okay, so a lot of people should get this if they vacation there.
Yeah, and again, if you ever get a chance to go to it, have you? Well, you probably haven't, then, have you? They don't do it.
Well, don't assume. I've been to Phuket twice. Huh? Well, you didn't ask me. Had I been to the vegetarian festival? You said, have you been there? And I have twice. I stayed
I
in
know
the
you
CNN hotel on Bangla Road.
I
Next
know you
question,
just,
please.
that's it. You just give everyone the answer, but yeah.
Oh yeah, all right. 1-1. Taxi, red plate, Bangla Road. Phuket.
Yeah. So yeah. So
All
yeah.
right.
Okay. But no, have you seen it? I mean, it's really
No,
it's to celebrate. I don't know if you noticed the
no. My problem
vegetarian
is whenever
J.
hey, say again.
It's the J festival. But if you go there and they put all the big skewers through their cheeks and
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen videos of that. Yeah. A lot of the time when I had days off, I was slept a lot of it because I went out on the drink the night before. Wasted a lot of time. Really, should have done a lot more. But okay.
yeah, it's gruesome. Some of the things they do. I mean, oh Jesus.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. So this is your.
This will be easy.
Oh, this is different to mine as well.
Yeah. What's the largest denomination banknote in daily use in Thailand?
Everyone will get this.
Everyone will get this, yeah.
Yeah.
100 baht note, 1,000 baht note, 5,000 baht note, or 10,000 baht note. But actually, I mean, when we was looking at what's the word? Commemorative notes. They issued some special commemorative notes as well. And they've got, I think it was a 500,000 baht note and a couple of other huge ones. That's meant to be legal tender, but they only released them. And I didn't even know they had some other special notes that they released for the king's birthday. And they had an 80 baht note, a 60 baht note.
Yeah, well, they do it here. Look, I got a £5 coin here. I've had this for about 2 years. It's actually £5. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
Let me make the screen bigger so see if you can see that. Hang on, just for a sec. There you go. That is a real £5 coin.
Yeah.
But they're not in general circulation, so they do it here as well.
Did you freshly make that or what?
What's that?
Did you make it?
No, I only do the paper notes. They're drying over there.
So yeah, I think
I'm surprised, Chris, you got that wrong. I'm surprised at that. Darren got it wrong. Surprised at that as well. La Johnson got it. I'm telling everyone who's got it wrong. It's just because it surprised me. I thought everybody knew this, but it is a 1,000 baht note.
Yeah. So I think this is the last one, isn't it?
Yeah. Is this mine or yours?
This is yours, yeah.
Okay. So this is a bit of a trick question. Here's a hint. It's a trick question, but there is a right answer, right? So which of these acts are still illegal in Thailand? Driving a vehicle bare-chested, stepping on the Thai currency, use a Duran as a weapon, leave the house without wearing underwear. Which one of them is still illegal?
A Duran. What you're thinking of Duran, are you? It's durian.
That's how I pronounce it. I know I pronounce it wrong, but
Can I have a Duran? A Duran, please.
Okay. Answers are flooding in now. Is it A, B, C, or D?
Driving a vehicle bare-chested, leave the house without wearing underwear, using a durian as a weapon.
Well done to somebody there. Got the right answer. I'm not going to say who it is just yet because I don't want to give it away. We'll keep it going a little bit longer.
Oh, yeah.
One person's got it right so far.
Are they only one?
Yep. I'm going to just because he deserves a show if he's the only one that gets it.
I ain't seen anyone yet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I have now, yeah.
Yeah. Christopher Doyle, can we use 50-50? Can you do a 50-50?
No, I can't yet.
You want to work that into it? That would be fun. It's a good idea. It's a good idea. That is.
And phone a friend, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about phone a friend. I haven't got any. Do you want to tell everyone now? I want to put this person. One person got it.
I think only one person has got it right, and that is
Glenn.
Glenn. Well, actually, that's more than one name because David Baker also got them. Yes, actually, they're all correct. So yeah, they're all
illegal. I mean, I don't know if you know the currency one. If you drop a note and it blows away and you run after it and stamp on it to stop it, it's because it's the king's head is on there. You just can't do it.
Yeah. Well, like I don't know, wherever you are in the world, in US or Australia, England, we've got some very old laws that are still never been cancelled and they're still legal. And apparently, all of these are the same in Thailand. All of these are still in effect. So yeah, it was just funny. So yeah, last that was a trick question, bit of fun to finish everything off.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. That's it. Hope you all enjoyed that. Did you all enjoy?
Do you know the answer to that question I just put up? Because I don't. Does anybody? When was 1,000 baht note introduced?
I don't know offhand. I can ask my mate Google.
No, yeah. When?
The biggest one out of that last one, I know it was a bit funny, but just to I know they were all correct, but stepping on Thai currency, like Peter said, that's still quite, you're not meant to do that. If you drop a coin or drop a note, they don't like you stepping on it because it's got the king's head on it.
Well, I've just put that up there now. I'm surprised at that. Google says 2005 because I thought that it was before there because maybe that's just the remake of it, not the original one, because there were 1,000 baht notes when I'm sure there was when I first arrived in Thai.
Yeah, definitely
started issuing these 1,000 Thai banknotes in 2000. They're currently still in circulation. The brown coloured banknote of 1,000 baht. Yeah,
I think that was the special because you remember that, didn't they? Used to be red. They always used to look like 100 baht.
Yeah, I'm just looking on Wikipedia now. Yeah, I'd have to do a lot of reading. Easy to find out if anybody really does want to know. But I tell you, the one I don't like is the 500 baht note and the 100 baht note that are with a shiny, the plastic. Because when you're in a bar, they do look very, very similar, And what I do is I used to put the 100 bahts and 500 bahts in the first section of my wallet, very organized, and then the 1,000 bahts at the back. But what I've started doing the last time I was there, the 500 baht notes, I put them in the back section so that I can't accidentally tip a 500 baht instead of 100 baht or pay for something.
It's getting harder because they're all getting. There used to be a lot bigger size difference, but now they're all getting sort of very similar size as well. So, like you say, if you're in a taxi at night and you're trying to pull out 100 baht, the amount of times you pull out 500 and you've got to try to hold it up in a dark taxi to see what note you got. But yeah.
What's this? Ads Humphreys. Just before you go, do you pay for the stickers with a debit card?
If you're on about the memberships, then you can join that through YouTube, and I think you can pay by PayPal or
yeah, you don't have to be a PayPal member. You pay as a guest, isn't it?
You get the emojis and the stickers, but yeah. That's a classic from Marky Marklet at the end. All of those laws, yeah. You don't want to be a bare-chested carrying a durian while wearing no underwear and stepping on stepping on a coin, so you can break them all in one go. That's it.
Why is Rusty Grove's question? Why is it that you go into a bar in Pattaya and find something that ticks all the boxes, and when you return a few weeks later, she is gone and no one ever remembers her? Yeah, that's a story that comes up quite a while. I get all these stories come in, and that's something that comes up quite a bit. A guy will say in a story, I went out to a particular bar, met this girl, she was very nice. I didn't do anything about it. And then when I went home, couldn't stop thinking about her because she would have been a lot of fun. Went back on holiday the next year and that girl wasn't there and nobody knew where she went. And that's quite a common thing.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. So many, like you say, the stories. I'm sure we all know the stories and things we all experience while here.
Yeah. Anyway, we're over 2 hours now.
That's it. So we're coming up to our end. So
now.
Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Yeah, there's no stream from me this Saturday. That'll be next Saturday. Simon and I are back on Wednesday, and there's 6 stories will be uploaded on this Saturday morning. It's already up there for the members, but the stories, the true stories from the viewers, there's 6, but that's only because 3 of them are very, very short, and I just wanted to clear it, as it were. So if you like the stories, something to look forward to there.
That's it. And don't forget the next episode of Nat and Dave is not this weekend. It's the following week. So it's Peter's story this week and then the animation next week. And all of you that have been generous and sent us the super chat, look out for your names and appearances in the next episode. So thank you all very much. Hope you all enjoyed it.
Just before you go, the guy who actually paid to have a cartoon made about him.
Oh, yes.
is he? I'm not saying this to sort of say hurry up or something, but is he? Are you going to do that? I mean, is that going to be a video after Nat and Dave, or will that be an extra one? Or
that's an extra one. So yeah, just in case you didn't know, if you do visit our website and you want to have your own cartoon made, so based on your story. So if you've got a story and you send it to Peter or myself, and you want that story turned into an animation, then we'll do that. And now you can send your scripts on the website. So yeah, one of the guys, or a couple of them now, have sent scripts for their custom cartoon. So there'll be extra. So on top of the Dave and Nat, there'll be additional episodes to look out for. So we'll let everybody know, and you'll see them uploaded as soon as it's done. So thank you for all of you who have sent your script to be turned into cartoons, and look out for your stories.
Yeah, and I've just put it up as a link on the super chat on the chat there. So if you'll click on it, it will take you straight to it. If you didn't know, we have got a website actually, and there's a lot of other stuff on there. So you don't need to remember the URL. It's there now. But I think Peter, thank you for that. Nadmai, I can't read Thai. Let me just see if that's rude or it's Sergio. Thank you very much for that, mate.
Thank you, Sergio. Thank you. You will appear you'll get a mention in the animation. Thank you for that.
Right. Do you read Thai, Simon? Is that good or bad? I don't know if you read Thai. I don't think you read it.
Fandi. Is it Fandi?
No,
Sweet dreams. Sweet dreams.
Oh, was it? Oh, you actually do read Thai, do you? I don't. Okay, thank you for that. Right. Right. Just really, really quick. Ads Humphreys, I think you've come in a bit late. What are my chances for January? We talked a lot about this in the stream earlier. I was booked to go, or I wasn't booked. I was planning to have Christmas in Thailand. I'm pretty sure I'm not going now. And a direct question, what are the chances for January, guys? As you knew it, I personally think no. And I think you're pretty similar to me, aren't you, Simon?
Yeah, I think so. Don't hold your breath.
I can't see it happening. I really can't. But on that note, okay.
Thank you. Yep. Thanks, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right.
See you next time.
Yeah, we'll see you on Wednesday.